Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body and is essentially the glue that holds you together. In fact, after age 20, people produce 12% less collagen in their skin each decade. Collagen depletion is what makes you look old. Most collagen supplements do not provide the hydrolyzed bioactive collagen peptides that enable your body to digest collagen properly, plus it tastes badly. BioTrust gives you the 5 most available kinds of collagens that dissolve easily in hot or cold liquids with 0 taste. You can add it to your coffee, tea, or smoothies, or even baked goods recipes. So to look and feel younger fast, go to www.healthwithbill.com. Good evening. I'm still reporting on the coup. A key aspect of this low-intensity war to destroy the United States is deepening the racial divide, a divide that had all but disappeared thanks to my generation. When I first saw this coming, saw that the enemies of the United States were actually going to try to stir up this pot once again, my first thought was this is just too stupid to work. But my second thought was that they certainly must be desperate for tactics if they think it could ever work after 40 to 50 years of concentrated effort to wipe racism off the face of America. But no, when you don't have any good alternatives, there's little choice but to try to stir the pot again and again, and here it is. Suddenly, just in the last year, the new buzzword is systemic racism. It's a ridiculous lie, but there are few that can talk powerfully enough to slay it in one sitting, except Dr. Ben Carson. He appeared on Neil Cavuto's show on Fox last Tuesday to gently blast Cavuto time after time with arguments that all of us could gently adopt in order to slay this monster once and for all.
I think the United States of America is one of the least racist countries in the world. And again, it's because we've made such amazing progress. Remember now, even though we did have slavery, this was a country that went to civil war over this issue. At a time when we only had 30 million people, we lost 600,000 people in a war over this issue. And half of those people were on the side of getting rid of slavery.
This is the only nation in the world who fought a civil war over this issue, a war that nearly permanently divided the nation, which was exactly what certain European powers wanted.
You have to realize there are a lot of people in this country who think the right way, who've always thought the right way, have tried to do the right thing, have had, love in their heart for their fellow man, not hatred, not a desire to cancel them, but a desire to help them and to lend a helping hand.
Cavuto then asked a leading question, saying that former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has said that if President Trump enters the 2024 race, he will not. But the way Cavuto asked the question implied that Christie disliked Trump so much that he wouldn't deign to appear on the same stage with him. Well, the truth of the matter is that Christie won't bother because if Trump and Christie were going against each other head-to-head in a primary, even in New Jersey, Christie wouldn't be able to break 20%. Trump would beat him easily. Cavuto is of the crowd that wants the nation to completely forget about Trump's accomplishments in the face of unprecedented, coordinated assaults day after day by the MSM, the desperado Dems, and the deep state rhinos who were out to destroy Trump at any cost.
There were a lot of amazing things that were done in the last 4 years. This is a major inflection point in terms of which way our nation is going to go and what we're going to leave for our children and our grandchildren.
Dr. Carson was then asked if he thought the 2020 election was fair.
Well, I think it's certainly worthy of investigation. What disturbs me is when people say, you can't even talk about that. It's like you stole the cookies from the cookie jar and you said, no one can talk about the cookie jar or even go near the cookie jar. That does raise your suspicion. I would like to see any credible things investigated so we can put it to rest once and for all.
Then Cavuto brought up the old desperado talking point that there have been enough investigations already.
And more than 36 cases shot each and every one down.
Of course, this is the Coosters' classic fake argument, and Dr. Carson doesn't hesitate to reiterate the facts of the matter.
That's what they would like you to believe, but they didn't really examine the evidence. There were only 2 cases in which the evidence was actually examined by the judicial system, and both of those are still active. So, don't buy the narrative that they went and actually investigated it. It's not true. And that's what I'm saying. We need to do a real open investigation, not try to hide things. If there's nothing to hide, there should be nothing to worry about.
Then Cavuto tries one more time to put words into the good doctor's mouth, but Carson sidestepped that and blasted out the truth once again.
So, in your gut, doctor, is Joe Biden a legitimate president of the United States?
Well, it doesn't really matter what my gut says. What matters is, are we going to be open and fair about this and about elections in general? We need to make sure that we have a system that half the people aren't skeptical of. And the only way to do that is to be open and fair. We got to be transparent. And if we keep hiding things and we keep trying to punish people who want to know answers, all that does is increase the suspicion.
I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day. Between summer storms or winter blizzards, many areas of the country are prone to blackouts. This is why I highly recommend the Power Light Bulb.
It charges a built-in battery, and it'll detect if you have a power outage. And when it detects that, it'll activate the LED component above.
Get the Power Light Bulb for 67% off today by going to www.powerlightbulb or clicking the link below.